guys, Claudio here to talk about the new movie Batman v Superman. I went and saw it, and yeah, I think I am a little bit conflicted about it because maybe I thought that it would be better than it was. Also, I thought that it was maybe a bit too long, to be honest. Considering the fact that it's like a 2.5-hour movie, I felt that some things were like shoehorned. I think that's the term we're using now. Also, I mean, Zack Snyder. We all know that it's a beautiful movie, right? It's a cool. It's a visually it's a very appealing movie. At least to me it is. But there are some the storyline was a bit all over the place, and that was one of the biggest concerns that I had with the whole thing. Anyway, I'm gonna list my pros and cons, I guess, for this movie. And I can start by saying that the Man of Steel connection with Bruce Wayne at the beginning of the movie is very good, because you can see everything from his perspective, and it's a very interesting sequence there. So that was pretty cool. I like that very much. It's a bit long, but still it was pretty good. As I said, it's Zack Snyder. The movie is very good looking, extremely good looking. So that is cool. Man, what else was really good? Ben Affleck as Batman basically saved the movie. He was really good as Batman. I didn't think that he would be. I never hated on the guy for being cast as Batman. Never. Not at all. He was really good, actually. He really convinced me. I really like him as Batman. That's all I can say. So that's cool. Gal Gadot plays Wonder Woman. Fantastic performance. Even though she appears briefly in the movie, she's fearless. She's awesome. She's extremely beautiful. And Wonder Woman, man, I really hope that movie turns out to be as good as she was in this one. So yeah, that was one of the good things. Also, Jeremy Irons, of course, a fantastic actor playing Alfred. He did very good in this one, I thought anyway. So that was cool. But I wasn't expecting any less from Jeremy Irons, to be honest. So yeah, he was very convincing, and he's an awesome actor in general. So it's like generally he's like always very good at what he does. This is spoiler territory. I'm just gonna let you guys know. So watch it. I'm gonna put spoiler in the title, as you've probably seen by now. But if you clicked, still haven't seen the movie, maybe you should just, watch something else for a while. Anyway, spoiler territory. The fight against Doomsday was good, I thought. Especially when they took him up the what's it called, stratosphere, when the nukes went off. That was pretty fucking cool when you saw Superman floating around there, and when the sun rises and hits him in the face, and you can see he looks deformed at first, kind of like Bizarro, if you know that character. And then the sun hits him and it starts to show life, I guess. Again, it was cool. What else was that fight was pretty hot. Wonder Woman, she throws a lasso around Doomsday to keep him like calm or whatever, still. And I think it's during that sequence that Batman hits him with like a kryptonite grenade or something in the face, while Superman flies towards him with a spear. That's what's up. Besides that, in that fight, I don't think that Batman was all that useful, to be honest. He didn't stand a chance. In fact, he actually got saved by Wonder Woman once, I think, or twice even. She's a fucking badass. It's so cool to see her in action. She was everything I thought that she would be, and even more. So I'm really hyped about that. I think Henry Cavill did good as Superman. He's not my Superman. I don't know if you've seen my other videos about Superman regarding Superman. I'm a Christopher Reeves fan for life, and I really like Henry Cavill, but I'm not as invested in him as I was with Batman or Wonder Woman or other characters in this movie, because he's not like the people's Superman. He's like the hard and tough and buff, good-looking He's not a man of the people. At least I didn't feel that he was the same way that Christopher Reeves used to be. I don't know why I'm comparing those two, but that's how I feel with his character. He is extremely conflicted, and he doubts, and the whole humanity thing. He's having a hard time balancing that, and maybe that's why I don't feel that he is. I don't know. There's a sequence when he goes and saves a woman or a child or something from a burning building in Mexico, and people are praising him as a god, and he's not, smiling, reaching out, being people's Superman, like I guess Christopher Reeves would have been, like picking up a kid, and being more. No, this was very dark and I don't know, extremely conflicted. So yeah, I'm not that invested in that Superman, to be quite honest. I don't really believe him. I don't know. Anyway, Lex Luthor. Yeah, he acts more like a mad scientist than anything else, to be quite honest. And he's a good actor, Jesse Eisenberg, but just not for this role. I didn't really like him as Lex Luthor. Spazzing out all the time. It's more like a Joker than anything, to be honest. So yeah, that's that. What else? Believe it or not, but the CGI lacked at some parts. The whole dream sequence Batman has, you could see like some really bad CGI right there. But what was even more unfortunate was that you could see it when he was fighting Superman at the warehouse of that old abandoned building or whatever. You could clearly see the CGI there, even though it was really dark. It looked. I didn't expect it. I was like, what? So that was like, wow, that threw me off. I must admit. Also, they shoehorned the whole Justice League thing in there. Like, it was basically like Batman sending, or Bruce Wayne sending, what's her name, Wonder Woman, sending her an email basically, showing Flash. He's in a convenience store and he takes out a robber. Looks really. I didn't even get it at first. I was like, what was that supposed to be the Flash? And she was just watching like a monitor. So that's how they introduced it. You didn't really see them in the movie at all. It was more like, check out this email, and then you have like the Flash. You see Cyborg is being recorded while they're experimenting on him. Yeah, and there was Aquaman. You could see like a pair of eyes in a wreckage, like a old ship that sunk, a camera filming him and then him taking off. It was like, I don't know, man. I didn't really like how they introduced the other members of the Justice League. Very anticlimactic, I guess is the word. I was kind of expecting, I don't know, man. The movie was 2.5 hours long. The sequence was super short. It was kind of dull. I didn't like it, so that sucked. What else? Not a fan of Lois Lane. I don't know what the actress's name is, but her character didn't really do anything in this movie. The whole throw the spear in the water, 1 second to be rescued, the next by Superman. She's like, I know Lois Lane is supposed to be like this maid in distress kind of, but it was, I don't know, man. the storyline mainly was a bit all over the place. I thought as well. Lois Lane's bullet chase, the dream sequences that Batman had, Lex making Doomsday, that was fucking ridiculous how that went down. Also, Superman's doubt and conflict, everything, it didn't really tie up very good. So I was like, what the hell? And when we're closing into the end, spoiler obviously, Superwoman cuts his hand off, Doomsday hand, and then he grows like a bone type structure, and he punches Superman in the chest while he's holding the spear with kryptonite that went into Doomsday's chest. So yeah, Superman dies. And at that point I was like, alright. I was totally on board with everything that followed after that. The funeral, the Earth's people accepting him, giving him an honorary funeral, so to speak, and the private funeral at the Kent's farmhouse. I was okay with that. The movie could have ended like that, but it didn't, because, of course, Man of Steel. Superman. Of course he wouldn't die. That's what I was like. Whoa, really bold move. But now you can see at the end when Lois Lane, she drops like a pile of dirt before they bury him. And you can see it starts to elevate as when Goku is charging up to become a super. That type of looks pretty cool. But yeah, and they cut there. So yeah, that was the movie. All in all, I thought that it was an entertaining movie at times, not overall. So that was kind of a bit of a letdown for me, unfortunately. I am a fan of Superman and Batman, but I think that Batman carried this movie. I'm not hating on the movie. I thought it was good. I would recommend it if you're a superhero fan or so. I mean, you gotta see it. It wasn't as good as I thought it would be. That's my take on it anyway. I'm not disappointed, not at all, because it was entertaining and everything. And as I said in the beginning, Zack Snyder, the shots, cinematography, everything is beautiful. So it's really cool. And as I said, a lot of good points. Also, Affleck's acting, super good. Jeremy Irons, fucking awesome. The fight against Doomsday, I thought that was pretty neat. What else? Gal Gadot, I think that Gadot or Gadot, I don't know how you pronounce her last name, as Wonder Woman, fantastic. So there's a lot of good points to this movie. But they could have shown it down a little bit and not shoehorn in the whole Justice League thing with the Flash, Aquaman, and Cyborg. I felt that was unnecessary with all that time, you know. Also, as I said, I don't want to be negative or anything, so I'm not gonna see the movie again. But I'm glad I saw it anyway. I didn't want to take it from other reviewers, whether it was good or not. I had to see it for myself. And yeah, but still, entertaining movie, nonetheless. So yeah, guys, let me know in the comment section if you've seen the movie. Hopefully you've seen it, otherwise you wouldn't be here. But let me know in the comment section what you thought of this review and of this movie in general. Thank you for liking, subscribing, commenting, and all that good stuff. You guys do, and I guess I catch you in the next one.